The following is an exclusive presentation of WI Garden Media, the voice of Garden Talk Radio.
We are happy to announce this is our 200th original broadcast of this program over the course of 6.5 years. We do 35 shows a year, so you do the math. That puts us at 200 right now. We're happy that you've been a part of it. It's maybe your first time listening or your 200th time listening, however that might be. Thank you very much. If you want to be part of the program, you can join us. What?
You can intro us.
Yeah, I will get to that.
Okay.
If you want to join us and be part of the program, you can do that by two different avenues. GardenTalkRadio@gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 1-800-927-SHOW on the Proclamation Hotline, brought to you by Proclamation Goods. I will get to the intro now. I am Joey Baird. Beside me is my wife, co-host, best friend, and gardening partner,
Holly Baird.
The Proclamation Hotline, brought to you by Proclamation Goods. Again, that number, easy to remember, free, coast to coast. It's 1-800-927-SHOW, S-H-O-W, 1-800-927-SHOW. Holly, the Proclamation Hotline. What is Proclamation?
Proclamation Goods creates cookware for the eco-conscious home chef. Their pans are non-toxic, have a lifetime warranty, and are made in Wisconsin. Their award-winning stainless steel Proclamation Duo cookware set is a 12-inch skillet and a stock pot that doubles as a wok. Best of all, the skillet and stock pot hinge together to form a Dutch oven. It's two pans with the versatility of 10, empowering you to cook more with less. If you care about your health and strive for a more sustainable lifestyle, then Proclamation Goods is for you. Supply is limited, so order is now at proclamationgoods.com.
Beautifully cooks up salmon patties and any type of thing, but and
green beans.
Green beans. We've cooked
And
up
eggs.
and you do eggs a lot in it. Yeah, we've cooked salmon patties frequently here in the last couple of weeks, and does phenomenal. Anything you throw at it does a really wonderful job in cooking your food. Well, there are people who do their due diligence to get bugs out of their home. There are people who do not care if there's bugs in their home. Well, we're going to go over a handful of bugs that if they're in your home, it's not a bad thing. It's kind of a good thing. So we're going to start with the pill bug, Holly, or known as roly-polies.
And some people call them potato bugs.
Okay.
And they're not even a bug.
What are they? Crustacean?
They are crustacean,
Okay.
yeah. So it's, I guess, more of like a crab than an ant.
If you touch it, it turns into a ball. It looks like an armadillo that's rolled up into a ball, basically.
Yeah. And they are, they're I don't know. They're not harmful to you. They like moisture. A lot of times you'll find them in your basement.
Okay.
Spiders eat them.
Spiders will eat the pill bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I remember when I was a kid,
Oh, another Holly story.
I used to want to look at the bugs, collect the bugs. I would turn over rocks, like where in our yard or whatever, stones or slabs of land and stone here in Wisconsin, and I would find we call them potato bugs. You call them roly-polies.
Right.
Other people call them pill bugs, and I always liked it because they would roll into their roly-poly ways, and then you could kind of move them along. And then I'm sure after I was done poking along, and then they were on the sidewalk, they probably crawled back underneath wherever.
Right.
So yeah.
I know some people like your stories, but they're really starting to go downhill for me. You had birch tree, bark tree story, worms, and now you got pill bugs.
I was a very curious child.
Okay.
And I just like to explore around me, and
I am not impressed.
roly-polies were one of those things that if you lifted the rocks, you could find them.
Well, but they're not dangerous. They're not going to bite you if they're in your home.
No, they're fine. They're not going to do anything. They're pretty harmless, and they don't spread diseases. They don't contaminate foods. If you do have, they like organic type garbage. So like maybe if you have some
things are not as clean as they should be.
Yeah, or like I don't know. I've never seen them in our house, and we have all these plants.
Right.
So I'm not really sure if you live in a more damp climate, you might find them more in your home or in your basement.
Yeah, and a very unique feature of these crustaceans is their ability to safely remove heavy metals from your soil. So if you have them in your garden, have them in your containers, that's good. Even if you don't have heavy metals, if you haven't got a soil test or you know there's lead or whatever in the soil, they can remove that from your soil. So a very beneficial aspect of them. If you find them, I mean, you're some people are probably going to kill them, but you can put them outside if you really want to. Silverfish. The silverfish is another one in which you can find in your home. Holly, what is the characteristics of this?
Well, they're kind of a silvery color. They have kind of a fish shape. I think they have little
antennas.
Yeah. They date back to the Paleozoic era. So in 400 million years, they haven't changed much, and you'll find them a lot in your bathroom. I found a couple in the bathroom recently. Well, maybe more in the spring. They also like moisture. And then our cat, he found one on the wall the other day, and I don't know what happened to it.
I'm sure he ate it. They're not harmful to humans. They do, and they can cause damage to clothing, books, paper, food in particular. The wallpaper, silverfish leaves small holes in materials. Their bite and may also cause yellow staining on your clothes, but overall, not a terrible thing in your home.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid growing up.
Here we go.
It's not really a story.
Oh, okay.
But we did have silverfish sometimes, especially around the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
The stink bug you may find in your home, and it is what is prevalent. I remember this. Prevalent whenever harvesting soybeans in the field, the hopper and the wagon.
Is this a Joey story?
It's just educational.
Just
that's
educational.
all. Yeah. And when you step on them or smash them, they do emit a very stinky aroma.
Yeah. Now,
they're native to China, Japan, Korea, and other Asian regions.
They're invasive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was. It's one of those things. They're not harmful, but they are annoying. They do fly, and then if you have animals, as much as they may want to eat them or mess with them, I would not advise that to be healthy.
You let Tex mess with them.
I know, but I watch him.
Yeah.
To explain who Tex is.
Tex is our cat.
Okay, and he's a tuxedo cat.
He's a tuxedo cat.
So it's not like we have a child and we name Tex, okay? Some people have a child named Tex, which is fine, but we want to clarify that is our house cat.
And he loves bugs.
He will eat anything. He will stand for hours licking bugs off the floor if he can find one.
And we're not really sure if there's bugs there or not. He just thinks he sees something.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So stink bugs, not good, but not bad in your home.
But Tex has these meaty paws.
Yeah.
We call them his manly meat paws. And so, like, Joey will help him try to get spiders, and he just whacks at them, but he doesn't really successfully kill them.
Because he doesn't have thumbs.
He's kind of clumsy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the story about Tex.
Centipedes.
Centipedes are evil.
Okay.
They're not evil. They're just centipedes. Centipede means 100 legs,
yes.
but they have 15 to 177 pairs of legs, and they crawl really fast. They're not harmful to humans. They're just creepy, and then usually they come out at night. They like to live more along your baseboards, things like that, damp areas. They do have poisonous jaws, but they cannot bite humans. Like, they don't have enough ability to bite a human. They creep me out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care for centipedes. I remember when I was a kid, I've worn glasses a long time, and Joey makes fun of me because of this sometimes. But I remember I was taking a shower and I thought it was like a clump of hair by the drain, but it was a centipede.
Probably found more in the older homes than modern.
I grew up in an old home,
right? More than
and it freaked me out. So, if you don't like centipedes, then we can be friends.
Well, let's go down the weevil. Now, weevil can be found in flowers and flower material. Weevil is a very detrimental insect to the wheat. Whenever harvesting wheat, we would take, it was a chemical, as a pellet, and you would go and you would insert it into the top of the grain bin or the granary, wherever the seed was at, and you would shove it down as far as you could, and it would emit this aroma. I don't know if it was what it was, but it was a toxic fume which would kill any weevil that would be in the wheat, because weevil will eat the internal portions of the grain out, and then you've got a shell, and it's worth nothing because the weevils have devastated the grain. So whether it was an ammonia or some sort, but it was a white pellet that you shoved in, and that's how you did it after a certain period of time from harvest to kill anything that was in that wheat. You will find this in your cornbread, in your bags of flour, anything like that. It's not harmful. It can be humanly consumed without any issue. It may be difficult for you to eat something knowing that there are bugs in there, but you can do that without any issue. What are the things here about weevils? 45,000 different kinds of beetles, making the largest of the animal kingdom. I guess, okay, weevil is a beetle, not so much an insect.
Yeah, well, that's still a beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can eat the flour.
You could probably sift it and to get some of the larger pieces. These are very tiny black dots that you would see in your flour.
Right. And you and I have.
And we've tossed it. Yeah, we've eaten, but we've also tossed it out. I mean, at a certain period of time, even though the flour is sifted and put in there, weevil eggs are potentially in these flour, because they're so small you can't filter them out. So as creepy and icky as that sounds, the weevil egg, if kept in the right conditions in the flour bag, that will hatch, and then that's when you have the weevils in your flour. And if they don't have any, if it's just powder flour, they have nothing to eat, and that's why they will die, and you'll see a whole bunch of dead weevil in your flour.
I wonder if that's why they tell you. Oh no, they tell you not to eat raw flour because I think of salmonella.
They don't. Yeah, possibly
Something
that,
like
and eggs and everything else. So it's
yeah.
But those are some bugs that.
Well, I want to talk about spiders real quick.
Okay, go ahead and talk about spiders. Yes.
Most spiders in your home are, unless you live in an area that has a high population of like brown recluses or black widows, whatever. Most spiders though are harmless, and they will kill all these other bad
they'll
bugs.
make the web and catch the mosquitoes that get in the house or the flies or anything else. Yeah.
Now, when I find a spider that looks like it belongs outside, maybe it looks a little bit camouflagey or something.
Too red flaggy.
Too red flaggy. Yeah, too little rough and tough for the indoors. I do relocate it to the outdoors, but for the most part, we just leave them be.
So there you go. If you've got questions about what might be in your house bug-wise, send it over. Take a picture. Send it over to gardentalkradio@gmail.com. Another thing in which you can have in your home is quality meat that you've made from Waltons Incorporated tools and supplies.
Right. We know, right now it's canning time, preserving time, and we know that you care about where your food comes from. At Waltons, you can get all the equipment.
Well, in a homestead, it's butchering time all the time.
Yes. You can get all the equipment, seasoning, and supplies to make sausage, jerky, any other meat product your way to your high standards. You want to make snack sticks that people will like. Waltons created meatjuststicks.com, an informational site to help you make the best finished product. Waltons has a full line of meat grinders, mixers, sausage stuffers to help you go from animal to edible. Waltons everything but the meat. You can use code GROW50 to save 10% off orders of $50 or more and get free shipping.
Waltons Inc. Go there. They have pages for days that you can find anything that you need, whether you are a butcher or not. If you need kitchen material, kitchen items, kitchen tools, they have that for you as well.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.